here in windswept Gimli, Manitoba. And here's Pat Gonzalez with that race.
Off the drop of the flag, the riders on the straightaway going into turn one. It'll be Gary Goodfellow, number 99, with the lead. Mercier up on the outside of McMurter. He'll grab that second place position. Goodfellow up through the fast right-hander here on the circuit. They call that section of the course the kink, and then it really tightens up coming into the S's. Goodfellow, 99, your leader. Mercier, 11 in second. McMurter running third. Crevier fourth, and Tom Walther there in the number 5 position. Very tight section of the racetrack here. Mercier, 11, trying to close it up on Goodfellow to within just a couple of bike lengths. McMurter checks over his left shoulder. He runs third, Crevier in fourth, and then Walther, the 5th rider in the front-running group, runs in the number 5 position. Very close racing here on the opening lap. Tom Douglas, Paul McMillan having a dice there for the number 6 spot. Some extremely close racing going on further back in the field. Into turn one, Goodfellow again will lead it. 11, Mercier in second, McMurter running third, and a great race here for fourth between Crevier 101 and number 219, Tom Walther. Those two riders going side by side. The leader, Goodfellow, back into the S's, and again, Mercier taking that wider line going into that left-hand turn. Gary Goodfellow, your leader. Michele Mercier in second. Rubens McMurter runs third. A great dice for second here between McMurter on the Suzuki and number 24 McMurter on the Yamaha. Fourth place battle just as close between Walther and Crevier number 101. They're side by side. It's Walther through on the inside. Tom Walther has got fourth place.
That's a great duel between these two West Coast riders, but they're both going to be in trouble if they let the front three of Goodfellow, Mercier, McMurter get out of touch. And Pat, look, you can see the way the riders are not leaning into the corners the way they normally do, because the track is dirty. It's quite dirty with a lot of small pebbles just off the line in those corners.
Gary Goodfellow, your leader. Michele Mercier second. Rubens McMurter number 24. As they thread the eye of the needle up into the S's here, it is Mercier holding on to that second place position, but McMurter is right there on the inside. Had an opening for a moment, but again, Mercier shut the door going into the S's. It's very narrow through this section of the racetrack. It's pretty well one line and one line only. There's the margin. Mercier by about 5 bike lengths up on McMurter. Walther, your new 4th place rider. Gary Goodfellow, followed by Mercier, McMurter, and now Walther beginning to make his move. Crevier runs back in the number 5 position. Into turn one, again, Gary Goodfellow. He starts to stretch it out. Walther starting to catch that second place battle between Mercier and McMurter. And in a moment, we're going to have 3 riders going for the number 2 spot.
You can see quite a difference in the cornering style between McMurter and Mercier. McMurter seems to use his body more to throw the bike around the corners. I asked Michele Mercier about his riding style.
Myself, I'm trying to hang off a little more because I don't have the same lean angle on my bike than Art does. But, you know, it always comes back, then finally I don't hang off as much as I would like. So one day I would really like to go out and have a camera and see what I look like. Then maybe I would change my style.
Gary Goodfellow, his style has been perfect out here this afternoon at Gimli. Goodfellow leaning that Suzuki right over through the left-hander as he runs it up through the S's. Continues to stretch it out on that second place battle between 11 Mercier and number 24 McMurter. These two riders have been running just a couple of bike lengths apart since the opening lap. Goodfellow coming up through into the final turn. You can see the back wheel bouncing over that rough section of the race course. He has lap number 4, Sandy Oates, one of the local riders here from Winnipeg. And then that second place battle, Walther, 219, continues to close an inch closer to Mercier and McMurter in the race for the number 2 position. But right now, Gary Goodfellow continues to run well out in front. Sandy Oates, number 4, giving Gary Goodfellow a battle here. He was lapped, he got back around, and now Goodfellow will lap him once again.
Pat, you can see what basically amounts to a groove around some of Gimli's corners, and that's because of the various layers of asphalt being worn away and then repaired. I asked number 101, Steve Crevier, how this surface affects his tires.
Well, Gimli, the asphalt here has got what they call a very high shell content, so it's very abrasive. It tends to chew up your tires like just instantly within 5 or so laps. So your tires will go away real quick. And when you hit the patches, what we have is just regular asphalt patches. The tires, they just don't adapt to that because they're, you know, chewed up from this asphalt, and you just instantly break loose in a slide. Plus the patches, they're all kind of chewy a little bit. It makes it very interesting, very fun.
Number 99, Gary Goodfellow, has had a lot of fun out here this afternoon at Gimli. He's led since the opening lap as he continues to work up through the S's. The second place battle, Mercier, number 11, 24, McMurter. They will be lapping Sandy Oaks, number 4, in a moment. And 219, Tom Walther out of Vancouver, has closed on Mercier and McMurter. It's 3 riders going for that second place position. Tom Walther, who's had an outstanding season running that Suzuki out of Vancouver as he tries to get around the 2 Eastern riders. Goodfellow, number 99, up through the final turn. You can see just how bumpy the circuit is there through that last left-hander. Gary Goodfellow back to the start-finish line as he takes the last lap flag. Goodfellow with less than a lap to go, going in at turn number 1, sitting up, braking hard down through the gearbox as he has led it all the way out here this afternoon at Gimli. Mercier, number 11, trying to hold on to that second place position. Goodfellow, number 99, up through the kink as he goes into the S's for the final time.
Well, by my watch, Gary Goodfellow has got a commanding 6-second lead over Mercier. And he always does well in these Pro 750 races, Pat, because as he told me, he has only got one good set of tires. And by the time he's ready to ride in the feature event, his tires are all too badly worn. It's a real tough way to go racing.
Tony Sharpless, number 39, crashing, going into the S's. She is up, appears to be okay, walking back over to the machine, but a tough break for the rookie, Tony Sharpless. There's your leader, Gary Goodfellow, going by the rider. Checkered flag is out at the line. Goodfellow, your winner. That race for second place coming out of the final turn. It'll be Mercier in second. Rubens McMurter will finish third. Tom Walther in fourth.
A very impressive win for Vancouver's Gary Goodfellow, and it's good to see Norm Murphy in the top 10. He's riding with a broken pelvis from a Sanair, Quebec accident.